Episode 57, All the Everything Podcast. I'm Billy. That's Tim. Tim, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing good because we're recording on a Friday. So,
Friday.
Friday has so many different, fun things about it. The vibes are good. Everyone's pretty much excited for the weekend, unless you have to work
Mhm.
the weekend. I'm sorry, RIP for the people who have to work the weekend. I apologize. I really do. But for me, I'm not working this weekend. Actually, we're, in real time here. We're doing our family Thanksgiving here at the house tomorrow with just
Right?
my immediate family and my son's new fiance. That's new for to say. He just
Fiance.
he just got engaged like a week ago. And then
Congratulations, man.
Lauren, oh, thank you very much. And then Lauren and her boyfriend will be here. So it'll be our small little family thing get together. So today's a day of all kinds of planning. I can already upstairs hear Lauren and Leslie in the kitchen. They're baking their pies for today, getting things going for tomorrow. So it's a big, exciting day. But one thing I wanted to say, Billy, is when we did our 1 year anniversary, we did some manifesting,
We did
right?
do
We talked about
some
things we wanted in this second season,
Mhm.
and we already got one of the things already. Billy, you want to tell them what it was?
Well, I think if you were listening to our latest episode that came out, I guess by the time you're listening to this last week, you might have heard something that you might not have heard before when you hit play. Um, there are some ads that are popping up here and there, which is a great thing.
Woohoo!
It's a great thing, especially I know when you're listening, you're like, commercial, dang it, dang it, dang it. But those kind of help support the show, which is a huge thing for us.
Yeah.
And we're really excited about it. So listen to the ads all the way through.
Listen listen to the ads, we try to make ones that aren't crazy or anything for you. But no, this is a big thing for not just Billy and I, but for the podcast itself. Like, that's longevity, right?
Yeah.
You start getting sponsors, that leads to more sponsors, it leads to more viewers and listeners and things like that. So anyhow, the big manifestation we did is about getting some advertisers in season 2, and here we are, like 3 episodes in. Boom, baby.
Yeah. We're rocking and rolling, man. Rocking
Very
and rolling.
excited. Now, I saw yesterday that you already had a Thanksgiving feast with one of your lovely daughters. Tell me about that.
Did. Okay, so yesterday, at Lily's school, they had the first grade Thanksgiving feast, and so they invite the parents to come for lunch at the cafeteria, go old school, and they had like a nice little Thanksgiving meal for us, which was
Mm.
really sweet. I got to go up there. Lily was super excited. I was super excited because I missed Chloe's first grade feast because of
Oh,
COVID, right? Which we
yeah.
can't help, and so sadly, they weren't letting people in the school then, but
Yeah.
but I'm thankful that I got to go spend that time with Lily yesterday, and ate some food was actually pretty decent. I was happy. I was happy
Oh,
with it. It
really?
was
Okay.
it was it was chicken. Look at all those chickens, but hey, it still plays.
Yeah. Oh, so it was chicken, it was not turkey.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they gave us like baked chicken yesterday, but
Oh, okay. I
yeah, it
looked at
is
it and
what
I
it is.
thought it looked like turkey, actually. I was like, "Oh, he got some turkey yesterday." Alright.
Yeah. No,
That's
they
cool.
gave us some baked chicken, but we got some yams, some greens,
Gotta get your
um,
greens.
and some dressing with gravy, which was good. It was really good. I haven't had a cafeteria meal like that in years.
Oh my gosh. Those were, like, a big deal when there was, like, a Thanksgiving one or something special for
Oh
the
yeah.
holiday. Yeah, that's really cool.
Mhm,
Well, I'm glad you got
mhm.
to spend that time. I saw the
Yeah,
pictures, I was like, "Oh, I remember those days."
yeah. Get to go up
And
there and,
now
you have to get there kinda early because man, that parking lot will fill up fast. You'll be walking down the highway if you, don't get there early enough.
Yeah, it's true. It was always a bit of madness, and then the signing in process, and
Oh,
everybody had
yeah.
to wear stickers to get in, and which I get, but it
Absolutely.
was always like people couldn't figure that basic thing of just signing in, step to the left, take your tag, and
And
get on down the road.
just go. Yeah, oh, yeah, it's always a process. But, hey, if it keeps them safe, I'm down, you know what I mean?
Yeah, safety's first and foremost for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep, yeah. So but, yeah, we had a great day, and I'm really looking forward to this week. The girls will be off of, out of school, and so that's kinda why we're recording this, and you're listening. You were like, Thanksgiving was, like, what? A while ago. It's, because 'cause we're having to pre-record a little bit to get through the holidays, which is
Mhm.
good because we're here for you all. We want you all to be entertained. So there you go.
On top of that, we're also recording because we're gonna be gone out of town. Billy and I are gonna be together from, like, November 30th to December 6th in beautiful, bright, warm, cozy, fun Punta Cana.
The Dominican, y'all.
Let's go, DR. Yeah.
Your
So we're gonna be down there with a bunch of people for our travel agency, exclusivetravelpartners.com. We will book your vacation for you. We'll do everything for you. Matter of fact,
That's right.
if you need a friend, call Billy. He'll
That's
give
right.
you one of those virtual hugs.
That's right.
Um, no, so we're gonna be down there together. Now, Billy, do you think we could try to record something? Maybe
I
like a
hope so.
small one-off type
I hope
episode
so.
that we could.
I did. Well, let me flip this. My address was on that.
Yeah, yeah.
This
Don't
came
do
in the
that.
mail. This came in the mail. Um, and this is some lapel microphones. I don't know how they work. I'm gonna test them out before I bring them down. So hopefully,
Yeah,
we try
Leslie
to do
has
the
one.
yeah, we try to do the best for you all. So we'll see what we can do.
If we have the time, because we
Mhm.
always pack our time down there. It'd be fun if we could do like a little quick, like 30-minute episode,
Yep.
both be in the same screen, but then
Right?
it involves bringing all our stuff. So anyhow,
We'll figure it
I'm
out.
here. I am making promises I can't keep, but it would be really cool. I'm putting Billy on the spot, making him show his address to the world.
That's right.
Um, Billy
Good
just
thing
panicked in the moment.
yeah, no, I'm an editor. I can make sure it's not
He's
visible.
the editor in chief, so he
You
can.
you
Yeah.
can't know where I live, y'all.
Well, we know you live close to Coach Saban,
I
so
do.
we're gonna we're gonna use all these different points of you out in public, and we're gonna
Yep,
geolocate you and find
that's
out
right.
exactly
That's
where you
right.
are.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Well,
man.
with the Friday vibes kicking, I think we're gonna have a little bit of fun today. What do you think, sir?
I think so. It's gonna be a fun one.
Well, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Are you ready, my friend?
You better believe it. Let's get into all the everything, y'all.
All the everything, we've got it all. We've got it all, small, weird, or tall. So grab your snacks, sit back, don't stress. Cause Tim and Billy talk about the randomness. Information prone to UFOs will take you where the weirdness goes. It's two guys talking way too loud about stuff that makes no sense, but we're kinda proud. Welcome to the madness.
Well, welcome back to yet another amazing episode of All the Everything Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Tim Sawhook. And I'm joined by my best friend, Billy Parchman, the man who puts the dirty in the pop.
Dirty pop.
Dirty pop. Billy, what are we talking about today, my friend?
Well, we just want to let you all know that hey, we're down. We're with it, right? We know what's going on in this world. We have that you know, that knowledge, I guess, if you will, of all the popular things that are happening in this world. And so
Mm-hmm.
today we are going to be diving in to that dirty pop, that pop culture, y'all. And so we're going to be exploring the world that we live in pop. I guess. I
Yeah.
guess.
No, you did it perfectly. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to do that intro. We talked about this before, and I just totally threw it at Billy. Yeah. Um, I know you guys like it, and we like when we do like the question roulette, and it's always fun because we get a lot of conversation that way. But
Mhm.
we didn't feel like doing the random app thing. We wanted to be a little more prepared, have more fun for it. So we have 20 questions total. 10 would be from like older pop culture, and then 10 from like newer times, I guess.
Yeah.
And so we're hoping to have a lot of good, fun conversation. I know we will based upon these questions. So, Billy, I'm going to host the first 10. I'm going with the classic pop culture.
Okay.
All right. I'm
Sounds
bringing the
great.
old school since I'm the
Okay.
old guy here. So, without further delay, let's get into some of that dirty pop. Are you ready?
That dirty pop.
There we go. We're just going to keep saying that over and over again. All right. Your first question, or the question
Okay.
is for both of us, but
Yep.
Billy's going to be going first here. Which 80s movie do you think defined the decade more? Back to the Future or The Breakfast Club, and why?
Yeah. As far as this question, for me personally, I know the Breakfast Club might mean a lot to a lot of people out there, especially if
Right.
you like those. What was it, John Hughes? That's a
Yeah.
right? Yeah, those and the Molly. Molly was a huge thing in the '80s as well. But For
Mm-hmm.
me personally, just the nostalgia factor. I absolutely loved watching the Back to the Future movies when I was little. And so for me, that's what spoke to me the most was Back to the Future, um, which was kind of crazy because last month on Time Hop, I have, where the app that kind of shows your social media history,
Oh
throughout
yeah,
the
yeah.
years, the things that
I
happened
love
on,
Time Hop. Yeah.
yeah, particular days. And so it popped up was this meme that I posted 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
um, that said, it had a picture of Marty McFly on it. And it
Yeah.
said, as of today, Back to the Future is now completely in the past.
Oh
The saying
yeah.
is, because if you look at if you watch the Back to the Future movies, originally it was 1985. That's the year that Marty McFly lived in, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
he went back 30 years to 1955.
Right.
But then in the next movie, he went to 2015. That was the
Wow.
futuristic scene was in 2015. We're in 2025, y'all. And so that just made me feel really, really, really old. Where's my
Listen, we're not
flying
here to.
skateboards?
We're not here for all your insecurities, Billy. We just
Yeah,
want to know your answer to the question.
yeah. But I say all that. Back to the Future was for me.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna make it quick. Back to the Future was for sure. Now, I've seen Breakfast Club multiple times. It just never really speaks to me. It's classic. I think I feel like I have to enjoy it because it's such a classic movie,
Mhm.
and whatever. But I know it meant, like you said, a lot to a lot of people. But for me, it's Back to the Future. That one for me is the one I can watch over and over and over again. And I
Yeah.
like the sequels, even though the Wild Wild West one was kind of weird, but they were just stretching a little bit, but you know what? I still watched them. I
Yeah,
still will.
absolutely.
Back in the day, I used to always watch the USA Network, and
Yes.
they were like the bomb for doing movie marathons, like all the
Yes.
Star Wars, all the Back to the Futures, all the Rockies, all the things like that. So, yeah, Back to the Future, it's just iconic. And speaking of iconic, um, I didn't see it on the icon. I saw it on the Star of the Seas from Royal Caribbean.
Oh,
They had the Broadway play there, and I got to see it here at our local Broadway play. So Back to the Future, the musical, awesome as well. All right, we're moving on to our next question. Billy, what's the most iconic TV theme song of all time?
oh my gosh. Okay,
Of
so
all time.
of all time, God, there's so many good ones to choose from. And you kind of the first things that kind of pop in your mind, like whatever happened to predictability, the
Mhm.
milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. That like watching Full House growing up. We
Yeah.
kind of talked about that a little bit a couple weeks ago in one of our
Yeah,
episodes.
we did.
That's a huge one. And I guess if I had to pick one, that was the one that came to my mind first. Now there's so many other ones. I'm not going to say them all because I don't want to steal any of Tim's thunder. Because I
Yes.
feel like I will be definitely stealing that if I just kind of go through a list and be like, oh, well, you just messed me up, man. So, but yeah, I'm just say from me, let's go Full House.
I mean, Full House is a classic. So,
Yeah.
uh, the first one that came to my head was Friends. I
That's
feel
what I
like
was. That was what I was about to start singing too.
yeah, I could feel you. I was like, "Oh god, don't sing it. Please don't sing it." Yeah. But, Friends, I'll Be There For You, the Rembrandts, everybody knows that song. Everyone
Yeah.
claps to that song when they hear it. If you're at a bar, a wedding, if you're, just watching Friends, you're gonna see that. Um,
Oh,
I feel like that one's iconic, but if I had 2 other runners up just in case
okay.
Billy had this one.
Sure.
The other one's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody sings that
Everybody
rap.
can read. Yeah, everybody can rap that.
I
If
said
you're
sings that rap. That felt really
yeah,
cool. Anyone can rap that rap.
everybody can rap that rap.
And then I also thought of, Cheers, Where Everybody Knows
Yeah,
Your Name. I
everybody
mean,
does know your name.
that was a classic one as well. So, yeah, for me, if I'm gonna pin one down, I'm saying Friends, but Fresh Prince was a real close thing. I heard when I could hear it in my head instantly, and then I thought about older shows. The one that still gets me today is and it's more of a I guess it's more pop culture now. Anyhow, the show's been over for a while. It's the Office theme song. I love
Oh,
the
yeah,
Office, but anytime you hear it, you know exactly what it is, and you just kind of
exactly.
like bop along to it as it goes. So,
It just takes
um,
you right back to Scranton, and you see
it
all the
does. Scranton,
scenes of
PA.
the different places you could
S-
see if you actually go there.
That's right. It's like Scranton, what the electric city? Scranton, what the electric city? And you're welcome for me singing, everybody. All right, Billy, I got you up next. Here's my next
Okay.
one for you.
Okay.
Which 90s sitcom character had the best catchphrase?
Oh man. This is also one of those that I'm just going to go with the first thing that comes to your mind because if it's the first thing, it's the answer, right?
Yeah.
And the first thing that just hit was that little nerd from Family Matters, Mr. Steve Urkel. Did I
Urkel.
do that? Did
Yes.
I do that?
He dominated with that catchphrase, with that family TV. Everybody knows Urkel and they know the
Urkel.
line.
You know, he
Yeah,
was supposed to be just a one-time character, just like one
yeah, I heard
episode
that.
kind of, and then I mean, he made the show. I mean, he
He
put it
stole the
into
show.
the history. Yeah, he put it into the history books. But yeah, Urkel. There's some other ones that we might talk about afterwards, but I want to give Tim some kind of room to talk about stuff.
That's the hard part about going
Yep.
second.
Yep.
What was okay? I'll give you some further trivia. I don't know the answer. I can't remember. But what was
Okay.
his character's name when like he turned into like the cool version of himself?
Stefan
Was it
Urkel.
Stefan? Okay.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
Stefan. It was yes, Steve. Yeah. Stefan, I believe was his persona um, that Laura really loved. Gosh,
Yeah. I couldn't remember
he
what it was.
yeah he that boy loved that girl, and then as soon as he takes off the glasses,
Hello.
that always bugged me. I know they
I
kind of
know,
got it
but
right at the end, but
yeah, I know. Don't spoil anything for people who've never seen
well,
that
I hope
show from
after 30
40
years.
years ago. So that's the one that came up for me first too, is did I do that from Steve Urkel? But you got another one that's really classic, and that's a little how you doing?
That's
So,
exactly the one I was about to say, but
Jovi Tribbiani.
yes. Hmm.
And going back also to the song you sang at the very beginning from Full House. Do you remember what that one was?
Um, let's see. How there was a couple on that one. How
There were a
rude,
couple. How
right?
rude. And then
Um,
Michelle, what'd she always say?
you got it, dude. You
Yep.
got it, dude.
So that was
Yep.
another classic one too. And if you
Mhm.
wanna link Homer in there with "Don't."
Oh, yep.
I mean, that's been around for a while. I don't know if it's necessarily just, like, from the '90s or whatever, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But also going back to theme songs, The Simpsons, man. We didn't even
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about that. The Simpsons.
Everybody
Oh,
knows that one
man.
too, yeah.
Man,
I mean
okay. So many.
oh, there is. Now we're going backwards, and I even like
Yep.
it more. Um, alright. I wonder if we have a similar answer for this one.
Okay.
So the next question is, what classic movie villain still holds up as genuinely terrifying today?
Oh, man. For me, um, it one of the creepiest ones because it's scary how real it could be and just how methodical is Hannibal Lecter.
Damn
Like,
you, Billy.
and I ate her liver with some like fava beans. Fine.
Billy, I
Is
hate you.
that was yours?
Yes, that was mine. I'm thinking there's no way he's also gonna pick.
Hannibal Lecter. Did you have a
Son of a
backup for that one? Sorry, I was trying
I
to.
actually I did. Hold on, I wrote it down here when I was doing my notes. Yeah, as soon as you said Hannibal Lecter, I was like, dang it. So let's just talk about Hannibal Lecter while I'm looking up my notes. Creepy as heck, man. I
Oh my
mean, his
gosh.
character is just so creepy, so methodical.
Hmm.
And you're right, it could be totally real today
Yeah.
without a deal. Yeah, I mean, it's creepy as all get out.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Bethany's favorite character.
Michael Myers, yeah, I mean, I should have said that. I do have a second one I did write down. I
Okay.
just watched this not too long ago with Leslie. It's one of my favorite movies is, Misery, Annie Wilkes, the nurse.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
remember the
Kathy
movie
Bates.
Misery? Yeah, Kathy Bates.
I've never seen it, but I know she played it.
Wait, what?
I've never
You've never
seen. Yeah,
seen Misery?
I've never seen it. No.
Billy. All I'm gonna say is hobbling scene. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
And it's enough.
oh my
Yeah, she
gosh.
is, and it's realistic too because um she's obsessed with this writer Paul Sheldon, and he writes these books called Misery, and they're all about this female character named Misery, and she's obsessed with him. And he always writes his book like close to where she lives, up in this mountain. And when he leaves, he takes it with him. Anyhow, he gets in a car accident. She discovers him and like takes care of him in her house and doesn't really let him go.
Oh my gosh.
She's his number one fan.
So
And
that kinda plays with the whole Hannibal Lecter kinda like, it's
exactly. So I was thinking something
Yeah,
more realistic, like somebody like kind of stalkerish
I gotcha.
and scary as crap. So
I gotcha.
all right. So I thought this was a funny question, and I'm
Mhm,
curious who you have for this.
mhm.
Which band or artist from the 70s or 80s do you think would dominate TikTok if they debuted
Oh,
now?
kinda going through this list, I think that, somebody that would just absolutely dominate if you kinda look at the artists that are on social media today and the kinda things that they're doing, I think, like, Freddie Mercury and Queen would absolutely kill it in the
Yes, they
social
would.
media realm. Just, I mean, the like a rock
Because
band for the people kinda thing, kinda
oh yeah.
entertainment, yeah, and stuff like that, and there's quite a few other which I'm gonna give you a chance to answer before I kinda go into some
Um,
other ones that would
yeah,
do
we'll
huge things.
discuss. We'll discuss.
Yeah.
Yes. No, Queen was definitely on my list. It wasn't my number one, but Queen, I mean, knowing all the things you know about Queen now and
Mhm,
Freddie Mercury, he was so polarizing. The band was
mhm.
so different, and all the drama they went through. Could you imagine that? And could you
Right.
imagine Live Aid being on TikTok when they Queen
Oh my
performed?
goodness, yeah.
I mean, all the amazing bands that performed at Live Aid, but especially when Queen took the stage and Freddie Mercury just capturing those hundreds
Yeah,
of
yeah,
thousands of people.
yeah.
Anyhow, but my first answer was definitely Michael Jackson. Could you
There you go.
imagine?
That was yep, that was one of yep, I didn't wanna steal your thunder, but
Could you
yeah,
imagine him on TikTok with the hits that he has?
when a new music video came out, it would be prime time special every time.
Always.
And so, just in a social media world, if, like, that was back in
Yeah.
the, like, early '90s and stuff, like, when that would happen and he was the biggest, thing out there, oh my gosh, yeah, huge, huge.
He would dominate on TikTok.
Mhm.
Another one I came up with, like, if you're thinking back like 70s, 80s, is ABBA. ABBA has a
Oh,
lot of songs that you'll still people perform on TikTok today, especially
mhm.
like Mamma Mia and
Mamma
Gimme,
Mia.
Gimme, Gimme a Man After
Yep.
Midnight. And there's
Mhm.
so many songs just from the Mamma Mia movie alone.
Yep.
But ABBA was a big thing. I think they would be super popular because they were quirky, fun, out there,
Yeah.
um, very colorful, stuff like that. So,
Yeah, I
do you have
think
any other ones?
Madonna would've been huge.
Oh, Prince.
Madonna, yeah, and Prince. Those were my 2 big ones. Um, Wham would have probably been really big, and George Michael's as well. So those
God,
are
there's
some
so many huge things from the
yeah.
70s and 80s that would have dominated.
Mhm.
Like maybe even the Bee Gees taking it to the
Oh,
people.
yep, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we could
Absolutely.
go on this one.
Yep.
Um, but but Michael Jackson, Queen, and ABBA is what I had for my top 3.
There you
But
go.
there's so many more.
Yeah, I think those are solid picks. I think we did good.
Okay, yeah. So I'm curious to see what you say for this answer here.
Okay.
I have my opinions on it. So here's the question for you: what is the most unforgettable Super Bowl halftime performance ever?
Okay. So I'm gonna give you unforgettable. Okay, so I'm thinking. Okay, so the biggest moment, like thinking back, I'm gonna give you my moment, but then afterwards, and after you answer, I'll let you know who my favorite performance was, like the show was, and it might be the
Right.
same that you have, but I think the most unforgettable Super Bowl moment would have to be JT and Janet Jackson at the very end. I have you naked at the end of this song.
And that broke everything. I would say broke the internet, but the internet
It
wasn't as prominent during that time.
right.
It broke everything else,
It
though.
broke yes, yes. I mean
That left everybody in the room saying, "Did we just see her nipple?
Did
Um, wait, wait, what?"
what? What did that just happen? Yep, that happened. He what that had to be pre-planned, right? I mean, who just rips off your one boob, right?
No, it had to be pre-planned. There's no doubt about it. Um,
Shoot.
but yes, that was definitely unforgettable.
Yep.
Um, I would have to say, for me, if I'm going the most unforgettable one that stands out to me was 2007. It was Prince. Now, do you remember that?
That's the one I was gonna talk about afterwards, so I will let you talk about it, sir,
Yeah,
since
well,
it's your
the
pick.
thing that moved me, I mean, Prince is as epic as he is. He puts
Mhm.
on an amazing show, but do you remember him singing Purple Rain
Purple
while
Rain
it
in
was
the flipping rain?
thunderstorming, pouring on him and, like, just
Yes.
shredding the guitar through it? I mean, it was iconic. It's stuff that people wish they could recreate today, but you
It
just
was
can't get that moment back.
perfection. Like,
It was.
Prince was one of the greatest guitar players that was just out there. Like, you
Yeah,
don't know how I mean, if you're a fan of music, you do, but it's kind of under, like, the Prince and, like, him how good just kinda becoming, like, the symbol and, like, the artist formerly known as Prince and, like,
yeah,
kinda like you might know a lot, especially if you're younger, you've heard of Prince and stuff like that, but if you actually knew, like, how musically talented he was and how
yeah,
iconic of a moment that was, it was my favorite Super Bowl performance of all time. Like you were saying, in the thunderstorm playing
yeah.
Purple Rain as all these lights are purple, and then, like, he is, like, sit there just I mean, just that guitar is
Oh, I can
it's
hear
just
it right now, man. I
yeah.
can hear it right now.
Man,
Maybe
yes.
Bill, you might have to do a little, TikTok clip about that
Yep,
with
yep.
your other
We've
50,000
actually have
TikToks
it
you
saved
do.
because we've used that clip before, in our cocktails episode where one of your favorite cocktails
Oh,
was
yeah,
Purple
was the
Rain.
Purple Rain. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I forgot about
Mhm.
that. Good job. Good
Yeah,
callback.
yeah.
Um, but a couple other ones for me that were just my absolute favorite that I had the most fun with was Bruno Mars.
Bruno was good.
Absolutely love Bruno Mars, had a great time, and then when Justin Timberlake did it by himself not too long ago, he
Mhm.
really brought the energy, and it was like those 2 for me are, like, some of my favorite ones, but
I
most
I think
iconic is Prince.
yeah, but if you just talk about superstars and the greatest superstar to ever perform in the Super Bowl, I mean, how can you not say Left Shark with Katy Perry?
If you know, you know. If you don't,
Oh, yep.
sorry.
Google it.
It's funny you said that. I was thinking about Katy Perry and the shark thing yesterday. Um, but yeah, Left Shark took it.
Left
Took
shark.
it up. That is a person who owned their moment, you know?
That's right. That's
They
right.
owned their moment. That's really good. I like that. Which old school video game had the biggest cultural impact?
Oh, man. There's 2, and again, I'm only gonna say 1 because
I also have 2.
I'll probably thug yours, but, it has to be, for me, nostalgia, just the coolness and the fun, like, how fun the game it's Mario. It's
It's
Mario.
a Mario.
It's a me, a Mario.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
that plumber from Brooklyn that goes and saves the princess with his brother,
Mhm.
fighting the
Which
dragons.
which then spawned 10,000 other games about Mario. I
That's right.
mean, when I was thinking about Mario 2, Super Mario Brothers was one of mine as well. I was thinking
Man.
about that. I mean, it has spawned so many things from just that
Mhm.
original game. I mean, what was the most epic Super Mario Brothers game when it was back in the day? The one that like really put it over the top.
Um, the 64, Mario 64 was one of them.
No, this one was on the original NES.
The original, Super Mario Brothers, right? Like, the 3rd one?
The third one, yeah,
With the
that was the
raccoon?
one. Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
that's when things started to get crazy.
That's already got and then
Um,
you go into the whole Mario Kart. Oh my gosh.
oh, Mario Galaxy, Mario
Yep.
Tennis, Mario Sports with the Wii.
Mario
I mean,
Paper.
yeah, I mean, it goes on and on.
Yep.
Speaking of that, I saw the preview for the new Mario Galaxy movie last
Yep.
night when I went and saw
Nice.
another movie,
Yep.
which was
Yep.
we'll talk about that later. Anyhow, Super Mario Brothers was definitely one of mine, but I think the one that made I mean, we're going old school here.
Mhm.
Made the biggest cultural impact was Pac-Man.
That was my other one. That there you
Yeah,
go. Aren't you glad I didn't be like,
Pac-Man.
"Well, my 2 are Pac-Man and Mario."
Yeah.
You're
If you
like,
did
"Those are
that
my
again, I'd be like,
backups."
"Son of a gun, I'm gonna come kill you." Um, no, but Pac-Man was iconic, you know, and that
Uh-huh.
spawned Miss Pac-Man, and then
Mhm.
Pac-Man, they had a baby, and no one really discussed the science and all that, but somehow they had a baby, and they like Pac-Man Junior or whatever, and then Pac-Man's been around in, like, the Emoji movies, and Pac-Man was in Wreck-It Ralph, and, I
Mhm.
mean, he spawned things and I'm giving you a small fraction of things that spawned off Pac-Man, but as far
Yeah.
as pop culture goes, that was huge.
That's huge. Yeah. Those two were my top two as well. Yeah, absolutely.
I was doing some research, when I was thinking about the games. I picked these 2. I was like, "What are the other ones?" And one of the things that was in I think it was in Japan, was, Space Invaders. Space
Yeah,
Invaders was
space.
so popular in Japan that it started a coin shortage in all of Japan because people were playing that game so much.
Wow.
Um, that's just my little extra tidbit for you, just to
Wow.
show you guys how deep we go in our research.
That's
All right.
right. That's right.
All right. I got 3 more in the old section here before we move on to
Yeah.
you, my friend.
Mhm.
All right. So, what fashion trend from the 90s needs to make a comeback, and which one should never, ever come back?
Okay, so the one that I liked a lot that needs to come back, I remember I had this neon green in the
Oh,
'90s.
no.
Colors were all the brighter
Yeah.
colors, the better, right? I had this neon green New York Yankees jersey that I loved, and they would come in, like, different colors. They would do, like, red Yankee jerseys and different things like that, but I wore that, and I remember this one time, I was at a high school football game. We were playing our church had actually taken us to the football game as a youth group,
Yeah.
and then we had a lock-in plan for that night, a laser tag and stuff like that. It's supposed to be, like, a big fun night, but we started off at the football game. I'm wearing that jersey, that lime green jersey, and my girlfriend met us at the football game, and, as teenagers do, you don't care, and so you start making out in the stands, and I remember
Mhm.
this old man come yelling at us. I'm like, "Mind your business." But
Mind you.
you shouldn't if you wanna not attract attention to yourself, don't wear a bright green lime jersey.
So, okay, are you saying this needs to make your comeback or
Yeah,
no?
I really enjoyed
Okay.
the lime green jersey.
Got it.
I
Got
like
it.
that a lot. But for the thing that should just
Never
never
come
come
back.
back, Jinko jeans. Jinko jeans.
I have that
Oh
as one
my
of mine too.
Oh my gosh, like there's some, you can they're just wide leg jeans if you don't know what they are, but they would come in different sizes. And so some of the smaller like wide leg ones were fine. That's fine. But they had some that you were literally dragging. It was almost like a dress. Like and you have like two,
Massive.
yeah, it got so bad that they were not allowed to be worn in our mall because people would put things down their pants to steal because they could hide them in their Jinko jeans, and so the mall banned them from being able to wear them because so many kids were stealing stuff and just shoving them down their pants.
Speaking of shoving things down your pants. No, I'm just kidding. But J if you're wondering what Jinko jeans are, it's spelled JNCO jeans. Look them up, and you'll remember them because it
Yep.
was very I thought it was really gross looking. Like,
Oh
these
yeah.
people's pants were just dragging on the ground. They were all frayed and dirty and nasty,
Yeah.
and, wasn't my jam, but,
No.
um so, what I have back as a bring back was the grunge days, the good old flannels,
Flannel.
like,
Yeah.
the good old flannel layering, that was, like,
Mhm.
classic, that grunge look. I mean, you can probably put grunge in both categories, bring back or never bring back, but the grunge phase was a huge, huge deal, starting with
Yeah.
Nirvana, and
Nirvana.
yeah, it was big deal, but everyone was wearing the flannels. I wore the flannels. It
I
was
wore the
nice.
flannels. Yep.
I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were rocking those flannels. So,
Absolutely.
I would definitely bring back because it was cozy. I
Mhm.
mean, it was good. It was good. The never come back is I also had the Jinko jeans down as one of them because those things were just insane. Um, but a couple other ones I have are frosted tips. Don't bring those back for the don't.
Oh,
I know that you were also in that phase. I thought
I
about you
did
when I
that
put that down.
too. Oh my gosh.
Oh, let
Yeah.
me see if there's the other one I have that you did this one too. And don't bring back the tiny Matrix glasses that people were wearing after the Matrix that
Oh,
Lawrence Fishburne was wearing. Remember? It's like
yeah.
super
I
teeny on his nose.
Yeah, I didn't mine were a lot smaller. They didn't fit my face, but, like, getting those Oakleys, back in the day,
Yeah.
like because they were the cool, like and they would get so bent and stuff like that because they were, whatever, but they were so expensive, but I loved them, but looking back, I'm like, "Ooh, really? It's not really for your face," you know? Pick
But you just do
sunglasses that
what you
look good.
gotta do in the moment, though. Like, you
Yeah,
just
I
feel like,
guess.
"I'm super cool." You don't think
Yeah,
about it like,
these
"What
are
am I
what
gonna
pop
think
these
about
are
this?"
what's popping right now, so, yeah, so I,
Yeah.
golly, yeah.
So, yeah, don't bring back the tiny matrix glasses,
Yep,
frosted tips, none of that stuff, so,
yeah.
alright, good answers there. Now, I wonder which ones you have for this one. What's a movie you think every kid growing up in the '90s absolutely had to see?
Oh, there's
I had to
so
write down a lot because there were so many.
so many. As far as that goes, I think one of the first things that pops to your mind is, for me, Sandlot.
Yeah,
Love the Sandlot. Like, that was,
love
like,
it.
one of our like, I even remember to this day, the day I went to the movie theater to see Sandlot when it came out, because I
Yeah,
was playing over at my friend Ryan's house. It was me, my friend Ryan, my friend Chris, and then another dude, and we were prank calling people. This was before caller ID, so where you can actually prank call people. But
yeah.
this random dude, because me, Chris, and Ryan, we were the trio, right? That was our group. But this other dude, he just was like a one time. He had come. This dude started calling like you remember, like 900 numbers, like it was
Oh my
those
god.
hotlines that you had to actually pay for. Um,
Inappropriate
they,
hotlines.
well, there's some, yeah, there were some that were always like spicy and stuff like that. But he was calling the WCW hotline and charging it to their phones, right? Like their phone bill. Um,
Yeah.
we did not call it. The three of us didn't call it, but um, Ryan's mom found out what was going down, and then I got scared and I ran away. I went home. I left. I got on my bike and I took off. But then that day, I went and saw Sandlot. Ryan was supposed to go see Sandlot with us. It was me and Chris. But he got grounded because of the whole ordeal. But then she called my mom that night, and so I remember my mom waking me up the next morning saying, "Wake up, little phone bandit." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And so I had to give him like $10 for the phone bill. I still remember that to this day. Sandlot,
Alright.
but yeah, say all that.
Sandlot and Billy's tragedy and trauma from
Yep,
childhood, he added
yep,
in there. Um,
exactly.
so I listed, like, 5 different ones, so I know what you were gonna go with.
Mhm,
Sandlot is definitely on there.
mhm.
Classic, classic movie from the '90s. Also, Toy Story, the
Toy
original,
Story. Mhm.
that was classic. Also, Space Jam, Billy. I thought you were gonna say Space Jam, of all the
Space
movies,
Jam.
I really did.
Yeah, Space Jam was
Uh
up there. Now, if it was Shaq instead of Jordan, it would have been.
Bringing Shaq back, I like it. And
That's
then,
right.
also classic one, which people are gonna be watching here a lot coming up, is Home Alone.
Yep.
That was a early I think that was 1991, 1990 or so I don't know, somewhere around there. All classic movies you had to see as a kid growing
Yeah.
up, but
And and then you didn't also mention my backup on this one was The Lion King.
oh, yeah. Yeah, The Lion King, duh.
Oh my gosh, that movie scarred so many kids. The Mufasa
Because of
scene.
Scar.
Yeah. Oh my
Scar
gosh,
stardom, yeah.
but Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful yeah, means no worries,
What a
y'all.
wonderful phrase. Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, here is my last one from the classic one.
Okay.
What toy or fad from your childhood completely took over the world for just a year?
As looking back in the 90s, the first thing that comes to your mind is how insane and how crazy people went over Beanie Babies,
Oh, for crying out loud.
and how they thought this was like like financial investment to set them off for the rest of their lives. Like, my mother-in-law just brought a bag full of all of Michelle's old Beanie Babies to here,
Yeah.
and it's one of those. My mother-in-law is so sentimental with keeping everything from um Austin and Michelle's childhood. Um, Michelle is the least sentimental person you'll ever meet, and so she's like, "I'm just going to throw it away. Don't bring it here. I'm going to throw it away."
Yeah.
And
It's
then
going in
her
the
mom
trash.
gets so offended. I mean, that's from your childhood. She's like, "I don't care." But the girls found the Beanie Babies, and so I think they survived the wrath of Michelle.
Whoo!
Yep.
Just by the just by a little bit, they got in
Yep.
the house. That's how it starts. Um, for me, I listed a couple things. I grew up majority of the time when I was younger in the 80s. I was also growing up in the 90s, but things that were big was in early 80s was the Rubik's Cube
Mhm.
dominated the world. That lasted more than a year.
Mhm.
Another one that was huge was the Cabbage Patch Kids. I mean,
Okay,
people
yep.
legit got in fights with each other at the store.
Mhm.
And then I was thinking a little bit like mid to late 80s was GI Joe and Transformers.
Yeah.
They took off and they were super popular. And
Mhm.
Transformers is still popular today, but it was like at its peak back in the day. So
Oh, yeah.
those are some of mine before we move on. All right, Billy, I brought the classic pop culture, and I'm leaning on you to bring the modern pop culture since
Okay.
you're so much younger than I am.
Here we go. For your first question, sir, and you get to go first, and so don't steal my answer.
Finally.
Just kidding. Which modern TV show has the most dedicated fan base between Stranger Things, The Mandalorian, or Euphoria?
Ooh, I had a tough time with this one, but the one that sticks out to me the most is Stranger Things, I feel like.
Mhm.
And maybe that's because I'm excited because the new season's coming out next week, and I've been
Yep.
watching all the other seasons leading up to this. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, Mandalorian has a huge base from all the Star Wars people, and
Mhm.
Billy's proven everyone wrong when we did the Star Wars episode, biggest episode ever. Um, so I can't ever go against my Star Wars people, but for me, it's Stranger Things.
Mhm. Yeah. I've never even seen Euphoria, so that
I
did
don't
not
even know
make
what that is. Yeah,
yeah, that did not make my list. Now I absolutely love Stranger Things. I've seen every episode. I need to actually go back and rewatch it, as well and get caught up. I've been, falling behind because, like you said, the new season is coming out.
right.
But Mandalorian is one of my favorite TV shows of all time, and I am
Yeah,
well into this Star Wars fan base for just us 80s and 90s and 2000, like these kids that grew up loving Star Wars, and to have this show in that, whew, I gotta go with the Mandalorian. Yeah.
I figured you might go with Mando.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
as long as you don't go co-Mando um,
Who's to
during this.
say I'm not right now? I'm just kidding.
Hey-o! Now we're
Hey-o.
talking.
Don't stand up, Billy. What?
Please don't. Yeah.
Hey, might get us a couple views. No, our band.
There goes the advertisements
Yeah,
down the
there we go.
tubes.
Hey, we just got him too. Dang it. Oh shoot, my bad. Um, okay, Tim. Whose social media presence today feels like the most inevitable? There we go.
Mhm.
Like they just show up everywhere. Who would you say, sir?
So I kinda narrowed down to 3 people that came to my head,
Well, give
and
me
I'm
the
just gonna
first
get
one. Give me the
I
first
will.
one. 'Cause I don't want you to
I'm not gonna say any more than the first one, though, like you did for me. You didn't do me dirty, so I'm not gonna do it to you. I would say right now they're showing up constantly as Taylor Swift. I mean,
Yes.
she's literally everywhere, especially connected to Travis Kelce, and then the recent engagement, her Eras tour, her new album. Like she's everywhere, literally everywhere.
It's so funny though because in nowadays, like being a father of two little ones, younger ones, elementary school kids, it's so much different than when we were in elementary. Like we would watch TV series, we watch TV, right? They watch
Right,
YouTube is what they watch. They love
the
watching
tube.
YouTube.
Yep.
And then there's nobody bigger on YouTube than Mr. Beast. And just the success that I remember watching Mr. Beast when he was, starting to get really big. Like
Yeah.
he would go to the used car lot. I remember like one of the first videos I watched of him, and he bought every single car in the used car lot, and then he resold them for like $10 or 1 penny, and people were just losing their mind. They didn't think it was real. And then like how he's grown to, and how he's always done like charitable things throughout,
Right.
and it feels like he's smart. He spend like everything he makes, he kind of reinvests into the next video to make it even better. And
Right.
so, I mean, not to say he doesn't have money because the man is branched out and he has money, but he would make $1 million on a video and then spend 1 million on the next one and make 2 million and then spend 2 million on the next video.
Right.
And that's just how like the content got so big and so movie like, if you will. It was smart. It was really smart. So
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is what I would
Mr.
say.
Beast was my second one, yeah, because
There you
he's
go.
everywhere, and he's so fun to watch for all generations of people, so
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, sir. What is the one meme from the past 5 years that deserves to live forever?
okay, so I was brain dead. I was thinking about memes. I love memes. I use them. I used to create memes with a little meme generator on my phone, but
Right.
so I was thinking, gosh, what's the most so I had to get help with this one from the internet. So I wasn't positive, and it shows you how much cooler Billy is than I am. I think the one that I have seen the most is the distracted boyfriend meme.
That was what I was gonna say. That was gonna be one of my
I mean, that has been used so many times for so many things. If you guys don't know what the distracted boyfriend meme is, just type that in. You'll see a bajillion pictures come up from it.
Yeah. I saw one that said, it was, the me and he was holding the girlfriend was, Google, but the new girl was ChatGPT.
That
Yep,
one's definitely true.
yep. I feel like there's been so many memes as well that, have come from Vine. You remember, like, the short little
Oh, yeah.
6-second, like, videos and stuff? Like, there's so many of those, but, mine have always been the Michael Scott
Oh, yeah.
memes. I like the, "No, God, no,
Oh.
no." Or
No!
like
Yeah.
when, Dwight fakes the fire and Michael starts, "Oh my god, it's happening." Like,
It's
those are 2
happening!
of my favorite.
Yeah.
You give me any kinda office meme, and, we're rocking and rolling with that.
Good.
Man.
Good answers, and thanks for bringing the office back into it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Alright, sir. Um, which modern artist, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Bad Bunny, etcetera, has the biggest global influence?
This one was tough, actually, because the people I'm just gonna say the people that you listed, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Bad Bunny, all have massive reach globally.
Yep.
Um, but the one that I would say has the biggest global influence, I think, is Beyonce, personally. I mean, her music's everywhere. It's around the world, every country. I was doing I dug a little deeper on it to see if I was maybe right on that. I don't know. There's differing opinions about who has the biggest global reach. It's just a matter of opinion. But for me, I think it's Beyonce. Just her style, her music. Everyone loves her, and she's got her whole posse around her. What they call the Beehive, I think. Like the Swifties, I think it's the Beehive is the people who support Beyonce. So
Yeah.
she's got all her followers out there who are spreading it around the world, and then she goes globally on her concerts well, and yeah, she's everywhere. So
Yeah.
that's what I think has the biggest global influence is Beyonce. What
Gotcha.
about you?
I'm gonna go with T Swift on this one. Just look what she's done for the NFL for the last couple of years, and
That's true.
the new fan base that she's brought, and I don't know, millions, and I would dare say $1 billion worth of
Hmm.
ticket sales and merch
Revenue,
and
yeah,
all this other stuff that the Swifties have come in and then kind of invaded this whole new land. And
yeah.
then just to generate the highest grossing tour in the history of all tours,
Hmm.
and the shows that she put on every single night, and the fandom and stuff like that, um, and just like her reach, just out there to her people and stuff like that. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, not to say she's bigger than Beyonce or not. Who's just
Yeah.
but I mean, they're both hand in hand.
Hmm.
We don't want Kanye to come up here and
We're not talking about Kanye on this podcast ever,
yeah,
except for that
yeah.
one moment.
I don't want to give
Um,
Taylor the award and him come and bust in it. Beyonce.
It's Beyonce. Yeah. I mean, actually, I don't disagree with you. I think I had already answered Taylor Swift for something else. I just tried to pick a different answer. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
but
You
yeah,
hater.
but then I thought about Bad Bunny and then who he speaks to.
Bad Bunny's more
Also,
current right now, I think. Like, he's starting to tap into the general population now. Just
yeah,
because he booked the Super Bowl and there's so much. Oh,
yeah, I don't want to get into all that.
yeah, I don't want to get into all that drama, but hey, people that normally would never even heard his name or talking about him now. So
Yeah.
hey, you're doing something right, bro.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, he's got the reach globally too
Yeah.
for, the Latin speaking
Mhm.
people, Spanish speaking people, all that. So
Mhm.
anyhow, but yeah, that was definitely that was a good question.
Yep.
Um, I'm getting ready to ask you the question. It's your turn. Sorry.
All right, sir. What streaming series disappointed you the most with its finale?
All right. I know it said streaming,
Mhm.
and I guess you could technically stream it today, actually. So I
Yeah,
guess that
no,
would count
that
as
plays.
streaming.
It plays.
For me, and I think you're going to agree with me on this one, was the most disappointing one was Lost.
Yeah. Lost was terrible.
I
It
mean,
ended.
what was the premise? They said they were dead the whole time or
Yeah.
something, or
Yeah.
like it was at that weird funeral at the very end,
Mhm.
and it made literally no sense at all.
They
They
fumbled so big.
Yeah, like they had done masterful storytelling the
Mhm.
entire seasons leading up to that, and then you're like, "This is what? Did
Yeah.
they cut your budget at the end and say, 'Just wrap this up with the
Just wrap it
worst
up.
possible scenario'?"
Mhm.
If you haven't seen Lost before, sorry if I spoiled it, but, I mean, it's been out for a bajillion
Yeah.
years too, but,
Yeah.
so it's streaming right now, so it could be a streaming one, but yeah,
Yeah.
for me, I'm gonna say Lost.
Yeah. I guess for me, I was kind of thought like, oh, series wise, it's How I Met Your Mother because that was one of my favorite shows. I actually named my daughter after one of the characters on the show. Um,
Mhm.
and so, just to say, and then just I hated the way it ended, where they, and spoiler alerts, they kill off the mother that you waited 10 seasons to meet, and then in the final season you fall in love with her, and then they kill her, and then he goes back to Robin, and then after they had already set up one of the main characters, Barney, with her, and
Yeah,
they just randomly just oh they got divorced, and then oh I'm gonna date my best friend's ex-wife now and
yeah,
remarry her. It just that
made no
was
sense.
yeah, it was garbage. But for streaming wise, for me, Game of Thrones was
Oh,
was um like it was so entertaining, and in that last season they just fumbled so like you fall in love with this queen and you're rooting for her, and then she turns on to be a bad guy at the end of the like she gets lets it all go to her head and whatever, and it was
mhm,
horrible. Yeah.
yeah.
So that
That
would be
was my
my
second one was Game of
yeah.
Thrones, yeah.
Yeah.
The random tying up of plot lines and
Mhm.
giving everybody their send off story, it was just really weird.
Yeah.
Um, so, yeah, I agree with you on those. Game of Thrones for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, sir. So moving on. What trend from TikTok or Instagram Reels is that actually been worth the hype?
Mm. So going back, oh, I wrote down a couple, but I'm only gonna read one because
Okay.
we're not gonna do that to Billy. Um, oh, I had a couple that were, like, important to me.
We can go back and
I
talk about them after you do your one. So if you
Yeah,
want to.
you know what? If I'm gonna pick one of the different ones I wrote down that I've seen many times, but for me, it was the fitness mini challenges, like a day in the life, kind of not day in the life, but little workouts you could do at home. It all
Mhm.
started during COVID when
Right.
people couldn't get to gyms and stuff like that. And matter of
Mhm.
fact, I was teaching all the time at my current place that I teach fitness at, and when COVID happened, I taught a class every single day at 4 o'clock, so everyone would be done and could have dinner with their families, and I would have 30, 40 people on my virtual classes as I taught classes in my basement, like,
Mhm.
every single day. And so for me during that time, because 'cause I'm into fitness so much, it was all these people showing you at home things you could do. Even some of the people who I followed, religiously for years, they were doing at home things. And for me, that was something that stood out that was kinda worth the hype and stood the test of time for me in that time period.
Yeah.
What about you?
There's so many different kinds of like TikTok, different kinds of videos, but w- one especially really recently that's kind of popped up is just kind of watching these videos of folks that are you know they're knowing that people are needing help right now, and so they're going around and they're setting up like these little self-made food pantries,
Mhm.
and kind of investing in those and putting that out there for the people that might need a little extra help, now with everything that's going on and different things like that. But it's been really great to see when there's a need, a trend. They can
Yeah.
come in and help meet needs, not just for entertainment, but for
Right.
physical needs, I guess, that people have. And the same thing kind of
Yeah.
goes like with exercise as well. That's fantastic. All right, sir. This one's a big one. What's the biggest pop culture moment in the last decade? Woo.
All right. This one was personal for me, and where I would take my son with me is to the movies, and for
Hmm.
me, it was Avengers Endgame.
Hmm.
That was the combination of many, many, many years leading up to this point. Um, the biggest parts of that movie was for sure the portal scene at the end
Hmm.
when they open up the portal. Everybody comes back and has that big, insane fight at the very end.
Yeah.
There were a couple other ones, but I'm not going to get into all of them. But for me, Avengers Endgame that stands out to me as one of the biggest
Oh, pop
pop culture
culture.
moments ever.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely love that so much.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, it was always so fun, just because we were there on opening night as well, and just
Right.
the crowd, it kind of ingrains that kind of makes that movie a part of your memory as well, and you can kind of feel
Yeah.
that, like if you were there like the opening night and you kind of see that weren't spoiled or whatever and stuff like that, and it just kind of like you said, after years and years of investing and watching these movies and growing to know these characters, and it just all
Right.
comes together, and just yeah, that one's huge for
I still
sure.
like watching reaction videos
Yeah.
of the first time when, like, either when Captain America grabbed the hammer for the first time,
Oh
everyone went
yeah.
crazy, or when the
Yep.
portal opened, everyone went nuts in the
Mhm.
audience.
On your
Still love
left.
that.
On your
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
What
Um,
about you?
as far as one of the one of the most like crazy like gasp like like oh my gosh that really just happened was, and this is not my official answer, but was Will Smith smacking the snot out of Chris Rock.
Oh my gosh.
And how he just won an Academy Award and had that, and then he goes and messes it up over a
What an
joke,
idiot, I know.
and one of the biggest movie stars, and just ruined his career and others' careers. That's why they didn't make Aladdin 2, um,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And that all got washed away with that slap. But that's a huge moment in pop culture,
Yeah.
just because of the ramifications from that, and stuff like that. But for me, like one of the biggest things pop that kind of went viral, that did go viral, that helped so many people, was the ice bucket challenge,
Oh, yeah.
to kind of help with ALS research and Lou Gehrig's disease, which
Mhm.
is it is oh gosh, one of the most horrible diseases out there, and just
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and just to kind of find out why your body does can do that,
Mhm.
and just the research to kind of try to find a cure, or um, being a New Orleans Saints fan, we have Steve Gleason has ALS, and he has a foundation and stuff. And I remember doing this challenge and donating to his cause, because his cause was to provide technology for those that have it, like the wheelchairs and the special things that they need to
Right.
communicate. Um, and his whole foundation is there to help give quality of life for those that need it with a disease and stuff like that. But just that whole challenge was it went viral and raised so much money and has helped so
Yeah.
much with that, and stuff like that. And so, yep, I like this. I like to see that.
Yeah. That was a big one. I would say other things in the past decade really quick was
Mhm.
obviously the Swift tour, the Eras tour was
Yep.
massive pop
Hmm.
culture moment, and then Hamilton coming on the scene.
Hamilton. Oh yes.
Hamilton
Yeah.
changed the game. Like when that came out, everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, I have to see this!" And then it brought everybody into theater, and it's just insane. Yeah,
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
the
That's
the ripple effect.
yeah. And give a love for theater for those that never would
Yeah,
have, because it had such a hype, and then you go and see it and you're like, "Oh, snap, this is really good." Yep,
yeah,
for sure, for sure. All right, so I think I think I think you're going to steal my answer on this next question. Which movie franchise do you think has officially run its course?
Quick answer: Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
I
Come
mean,
on now.
they started off as backstreet racers, and then they're like jumping out of planes with cars and taking on
Going to
like
space in
world
cars.
government. Yeah, going to space. I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, I like those movies. Like,
I do
honestly,
too.
would I watch 1 through 10? I probably would. But has it gone too far? I mean, it really has. So
How old is Vin Diesel now?
I don't
Like,
know, like 800 years old, and he's
yeah,
still
like I mean, he's still wearing wife beaters and big chains and stuff, and like, it's just yeah, like
Fast and
I
Furious for sure.
Fast and Furious is my answer. I mean, that's just it should be the only answer. All right, sir. Who is the most underrated actor or actress working today?
I had 2,
Okay.
and the number 1 that came up to me, and I started thinking about this for I mean, for the movies that we watch, I guess. I think it's Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet
Ooh,
Witch.
yeah.
She's very underrated because she does a bunch of other movies outside of this as well, outside of
Mhm.
these movies that people don't everyone remembers her because of Marvel,
Yeah.
but WandaVision really kinda showed her stretch her acting chops a lot,
Love WandaVision.
and I think they were nominated for an award for that. I don't know if they won or not, but I know they were for
Mhm.
WandaVision. Um, yeah, and just being a Marvel fan and stuff. I have a couple other people, but for me, I'm gonna say Elizabeth Olsen.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good choice. For actors, I really like Walter Goggins. He plays baby brother baby Billy on the Righteous Gemstones. He's like on the Fallout series, and he's doing all the different things like that. But he's starting to get more and more popular. But he's like a great character actor. Um, so that for actors, that was one of them. But I also, for actresses, I really love Rebecca Ferguson, and she played in like the last couple of Mission Impossible movies. She was in The Greatest Showman, which I
Yeah,
really loved. She was in Dune. She played the mom, the witch. But yeah, I really like her a lot. So those would be my two picks for that. Awesome. Well, we're down to our last question of the
oh my
day, y'all.
gosh.
I know.
We
All
popped
right,
some
sir.
serious culture today.
This one is a big one. What upcoming movie, show, or album are you most hyped for this year?
Stranger Things,
Are
by
you?
far. Yeah.
Yep.
We all know this is the end of Stranger
Mhm.
Things. I know
They are
they're
40 years old now.
yeah, exactly, exactly, and Will still has a bowl cut. Um, but no, this I mean, we know this, and I think there might be some spinoff things people are talking about, whatever, but this is the end. This is the final wrap up of the story. We know every episode is gonna be like an epic movie almost, the way that they were
Yep.
filmed, length of them and stuff like that, so, I'm super pumped. Like, I think I mentioned it earlier, I've been watching all the Stranger Things. I'm, like, a couple episodes away from wrapping up the last season, getting
Mhm.
ready for it to come, so, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
super pumped. The whole family's pumped for Stranger Things. What about
Man,
you?
that's a great answer. As far as what's coming out in the future, they are
It
filming Doomsday
says
right
this
now
year. It says this year.
this year. Well, oh, you mean like in 2025? Like we only have
Yeah,
like a month. Okay, well, if
I
we're doing
I don't know.
2025,
Oh, yeah, if we're doing
I
2026, then I got some other answers,
yeah,
but
I was thinking a year from like a year window is how I read this. But
oh, you
if
know what? You can read it that way, that's fine. I was
yeah, that's
thinking
kind
end of
of
this year.
yeah. If that's the case, I'm going Doomsday. But if not, Stranger Things for sure.
Yeah,
Um, and then I know you saw this last night, but my girls are super excited to go see the new Wicked as well.
for good.
Yeah, Wicked for Good. And so,
I can tell you
um,
guys, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
yeah.
I think this is the first time I've ever been in a movie theater where I was like it was sold out. It was me and one other guy, just all women. Uh, they all came, like, in girl gangs. It was groups of people who showed up
Nice,
together. And for the
nice.
first time ever, though, I went to the men's restroom. There was not a single guy in there the entire time I was in there. Nobody coming in, no one coming out when I was coming in. I'm like, "This is" because I'm used to going to Marvel movies, and it's just
Uh-huh.
nothing but dudes everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So it was just funny. I was like, God, there's no guys here tonight, hardly at all.
Yeah.
I was there though. But
Yep. I think we're gonna go see it over the break, hopefully. We'll see.
you girls will love it. You'll love it. But if you are looking to the future, without a doubt, Doomsday.
Yeah.
Doomsday.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Doomsday, right? Is it
Huh?
Avengers Doomsday?
Yeah, Avengers Doomsday. Yep.
Yeah. So that's gonna be an insane movie. We'll be talking about that a lot next year for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, man, this was fun today.
This was a fun episode. Yeah. Hopefully, we brought a
Yeah.
little pop culture to your life today. A little fun
Yeah,
episode.
and we want to hear like what you guys think of the questions like that we did today. I mean, I know there's going to be various types of answers for all these things. Maybe you're going to disagree with us, maybe you're not. But the best place to do is just check us out on Facebook, right, Billy? Instagram.
That's right. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, huge. Yeah, hit subscribe,
the
like,
tube.
follow, all the buttons. Click all the buttons. Leave a comment, leave a review, a good one, 5 stars. You know, wink.
And also support our advertisers because that supports us as well. So,
That's right.
but this was so much fun. I really had a great time with it, reminiscing with Belly, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we can't wait for you to join us next time for another amazing episode of All the Everything Podcast. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, y'all.